Hello and welcome back to my channel. Mark here. I'm headed over to Marietta, Ohio. I'm going over here to get a queen off of the bee barn, Dave at the bee barn, and I'm going to take that back home and put it in a hive that I split out. But it's about a 2-hour drive over here, so I'm almost into New Martinsville now. I'm caught in traffic. They're doing road work here. Well, I'm headed back home from the bee barn, and I got my queen right there. She's on the seat right there. So I come 2 hours to take care of my bugs in a box. So I'm headed home now. I'll be home about 2:30, and we'll get her in the box and see how she does. I got a Carnelian, so I'm headed home now. I just come through Marietta, Ohio, and I'm on the Ohio side of the river here. So I'll show you when we get on up here the Ohio River. Right here it's the Ohio River. Okay, I just got home from going to pick this queen up, and it was a little bit over 2 hours away. I had to go to Marietta, Ohio, but I'm gonna put her in this here split right here. And yeah, it just got done raining. It poured the rain down here, and now it looks like it's clearing off a little bit, but I'm gonna get her put in there. She's got a blue dot on her, if you can see her there. And we'll go ahead and introduce her to this hive back here behind me, and we'll see if they will accept her. I might get eat up of doing this, but I got to get it done. It's time for her to be put in there. Well, I hope this is a good sign that they're going to accept her. But right there you can see them up around there, so I will put her down in between them frames right here, probably these two frames right here. And the way I'll do that, I'll cock that and leave that pointed down, and they can chew her out of there. But they seem to, they're not trying to sting her, so hopefully they accept her. I'll come back here at the beginning of the week and check and see if they've released her. What I did here, I stuck her down in there, which you can see that right there. There's the cage, and it's pointed down, and they can chew her out of there and release her on their own. But what I'm seeing right here, right now, they act like they're gonna do all right with her, so, but time will tell. But you can see how I got that down in there. So we'll just let them do what they're gonna do. And right there I introduced mated queen to this here split that I made here the other day. One more thing I want to say about this queen. I got it off the bee barn out at Marietta, Ohio, but that queen come from Dan Williams out in Ohio. And I guess he raises queens. I never had heard of him, and when I got back home here, I did some research, and that's one of the queens that he raises. So anybody that's been into bee stuff, they probably have heard of him. So but that's one of his queens, and that's a Carniolan queen. So we'll see what they do with her here. But anyhow, one more thing what I wanted to say here, and this probably has nothing to do with releasing a queen, but I'll bring you all back here in a couple days and we'll see if they've released her. We'll come back sometime, maybe Monday or Tuesday, and see if they have released her and taken her out of there. But what I'm going to do here is, that's going to be overwintered nuke. I want to make that overwintered nuke, and then I've got the yellow nuke up there, and then I've got my two plastic nukes up there, and then I've got a nuke in the outhouse there. And I'm going to bring them down and put them right here on this table, and I'm going to overwinter them right here and see what makes it through the winter, and then in the spring I'm going to try to get rid of them nukes. But I've got a nuke out behind the building out there with a mated queen in it. That will be one of my overwintered nukes. And what I did, this is the only one that I went and bought a queen and put in, and the rest of these nukes are nukes that have raised my own queens. I've raised my own queens, and what I did, they're splits that I made out of the hives that made it through last winter. And that's what I'm doing here. But that's what I'm going to try to do this spring. When spring rolls around next year, I want to sell some overwintered nukes. So that's what I'm in the process of trying to do, and maybe get into raising some mated queens and trying to sell them a little bit too. But I just wanted to tell you all that, and we'll get back into this nuke here the middle of the week. I'm off all next week, so we'll get back in here and see if they've released her. Well, I'm heading over to my dad's. I'm going to help him put his gear feeder up and put a camera up for him. We are getting in that time of year, and I hate to put that on my beekeeping channel here, but that's just what I'm into this weekend. I am going to come back and start treating my bees this evening when it cools down a little bit. I wanted to do it this morning, but I didn't sleep well last night, so they'll just get treated when they get treated. I did go out and put entrance reducers on some of my hives, and then last night I put sugar water on my nukes that I want to have for overwintering, trying to get them built up. And the hive that I split out and put the queen in, I put sugar water on it as well. So that's what I'm into today. I'm in my wife's car. She's taking the truck and going to go get a antique bicycle to put around the house. But I know this isn't really related to beekeeping, but you all can watch this because this is other stuff that I do besides beekeeping. But anyhow, I'm going to get off here, and like I said, we will check that hive. We put the queen in yesterday, and we'll do that probably tomorrow or Monday, see if they've chewed her out yet. I'm going to say that they probably did are working on her pretty good because they acted like they was wanting her in there when I put her on top of them frames. So I'm going to get off here and I will catch up with you a little bit later. I'm out here today. I'm going to check this red hive. That's the one I put the queen in about a week ago. They released her, and I'm going to check this hive out and we'll see if she's in there. They've released her and I want to see if she's still alive, and we'll get in here and we'll look at this, and then I'll get this video out to you all. And I just got back from the Amish country and I got me a new veil here, as you can see. It's a straw hat veil, and this jacket that I'm wearing, my zipper messed up on my veil, so I just went ahead and got this one, and I'm going to try this. But I can already tell you it's a lot cooler with this veil on than that other one, and as long as I don't get eat up by bees, I'm going to keep wearing this thing. But this is some of the stuff that I got from the Amish country out there at Sugar Creek, Ohio, and I got some frames and some entrance feeders. So we'll get in here and we'll look at this hive right here and see if the queen's in there. Well, right there she is. I've about got her blue dot off of her. I'm going to have to put another dot on her, but what she is, she's a Carniolan, and I got her off of the bee barn out at Marietta, Ohio, and that's about 2 hours from my house here. But they've released her, and I seen eggs in here, and she's a laying, and this is a split I made up here last week. So we'll try to get this through the winter. It's an overwintered split, and I don't know if I'll sell this hive or not. We'll see how much it will build up, but like I said, right there she is, and she's a queen from Dan Williams out in Ohio. He sold to the bee barn, and then they sold these queens. They got rid of these queens, but that's a Dan Williams queen out of Ohio. And all this stuff is on the internet. You can look them up, but right there she is, and she's doing what she's needing to do. But anyhow, I'm going to get off here, and I will get this video out here to you sometime. But anyhow, I'm going to end this video here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And like I said, they've released her, and she's laying eggs. And now it's up to me to take care of them and to hopefully get these nukes through the winter, and maybe I can sell them as overwintered nukes. Like I said, it'd depend on how she does. I paid money for that queen there. That's the only one I bought this year. And if she does well, I will probably try to do some splits off her next spring, if she makes it through the winter. But anyhow, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will see y'all on the next one, and may the good Lord bless you all.